good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Muthana. Welcome to a great episode of Good Friends, Better Rivals. This week we are talking NFL release and record predictions. I got the schedules. I both downloaded them. But before we start, I'd like to introduce you to my co-host, none other than Vegas's Cowboys own, Caleb Ochoa. Caleb, how are you, my man?
I'm doing good and ready to talk, get through some of these, tough matchups that both our teams have.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited.
I honestly, to be quite honest with you, it's kind of BS because the New York Giants have the hardest schedule based on why? We sucked last year.
It doesn't matter. It's called a rotation. They're on a rotation.
Yeah, well, we're on the bad swing of rotation.
Well, yeah, that's what happens. You just hit the wrong gear to play the NFC North, to play the AFC, the AFC West, and then you have to play the rest of the NFC East twice.
Well,
expect.
A little like scratch my back, scratch yours, but I guess it's nonsense, right? It's nonsense. But before we get into the records, two big NFL news notes. We'll do the first one quick because it's a player contract, a big player contract, to be quite honest with you. The San Francisco 49ers or the Santa Clara 49ers, wherever you want to call them. As I call them the Santa Clara 49ers, but it is what it is. Have re-signed Brock Purdy. So he's not leaving. 5 years, $265 million. But we know NFL contracts, Caleb, that's not the real money. The real money is the $181 million guaranteed. So it's 5 years.
Where does that rank among top quarterbacks?
Not 10th. He's bottom half. He's not up there. Like, you know what I mean? So after all the rookie contracts come in later on, like Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, all of them, he's gonna drop down to 16th. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, this is the only position, Caleb, where you don't have to be the best quarterback to get the most money. It's whoever's time to get the money. Every year, it's like Tom Brady was never the highest paid quarterback ever in his career, ever. Matthew Stafford was paid more than him because it was Matthew Stafford's time to pay the money. The best quarterback in the NFL, Caleb, is who?
Right now?
Yes, right now, who it is? Who is it?
Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes. You know where Patrick Mahomes ranks?
What does he rank?
He's like 6th or 5th. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Dak, Tua, they all get paid more than him. And he's beaten them multiple times, and he's the only one of them to have multiple Super Bowls. So the only position where when it's your time to get paid, you're going to get paid the most money. Regardless of if you're the best quarterback or the third best, you're going to get paid your money. Joe Burrow got paid. But we all know it's that demon in Kansas City who's the best quarterback in the NFL. It's just he finds a way to win. He just finds a way to win. They got rid of Tyreek Hill. He still won. Travis Kelce is 185 years old. He still wins. You know what I mean? It's because they got 15. So Brock Purdy, yeah, it's front loaded. He got in the first 3 years of his new deal. Shout out to Tom Pelissero. He gets $165 million of his $181 million. So after the first 3 years, guarantees. After that, I believe. Let me do some math real quick. I was told that there wasn't going to be any math, but math it is.
Well, it makes sense to do it this way, considering he may not turn out well after 3 years, or if you want to redo his or maybe he does do well in 3 years and you want to redo his contract and he's asking for more money.
Mm-hmm. It's only $15 million post the 3 years that's guaranteed. So
yeah, it definitely makes sense to front load these type of contracts. And 53 million per year, it's not bad. It's not terrible for Brock Purdy. I mean, he's taken them to he's taking them to the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship games, and all that. So it's not a terrible number. Like you said, it's not the most money.
Mm.
It's right in the middle of these top quarterbacks. Nowhere near 60. So it's a decent deal. It's a decent deal for Brock Purdy. Guys given the 49ers a lot, won a lot of games. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this is not it's not definitely not a terrible deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about it. Brock Purdy. He's fifth. He's fifth. He's fifth. He's behind Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, and apparently Patrick Mahomes. The contract that was in 2020. His average salary is 45 million, which is lowest, but is guaranteed. So it has the best value. Value, I guess.
I mean, I would like them to see him how he does this. I mean, we saw how he did last year when a lot of his weapons were hurt and he wasn't as good. And so I'd definitely like to see him maybe play one more year with no weapons and see if he gets any better. Maybe I would have waited on the contract to do the contract then, just to know, okay, he's really just not going to get any better.
Yeah. And well, most quarterbacks don't play very well without their weapons. So I'm not gonna hold that against them. I'm not gonna hold that against
Josh Allen did. I mean, he got rid of all his weapons and he still took them to the AFC Championship.
Yeah. Well, nobody had some. Well, yeah, Khalil.
I mean, he literally took out all his weapons.
Yeah. Well, no, just Stephon Diggs.
And the other one, and Gabe Davis.
Oh yeah, and Gabe Davis. Yeah.
Yeah, they took.
They replaced Gabe Davis with Khalil Shakir, Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper wasn't until half the year.
Yeah. No, I'm naming the receivers at the end. Keon Coleman was hurt.
Yeah.
Amari
Cooper was hurt too. He was hurt too most of the time.
Yeah. So Josh Allen was worth it, and and Lamar Jackson. Yeah, and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson never has weapons.
And like you mentioned earlier, they took Tyreek Hill away from Patrick Mahomes, and he still produced.
Yeah, all he needed was Travis Kelce.
So that I'm saying, it's at the top of the line quarterbacks can do it.
Give him one weapon. Give him one weapon.
There's just not a lot of those guys out there.
Yeah, because there was a video I saw of someone doing a little edit of Rob Gronkowski, right? You know what I mean? And people talk about who's the greatest tight end of all time. And I tell them, I saw this live, and it's Rob Gronkowski. If you're of an older generation, and you say Tony Gonzalez, I may not argue with you. But me, it's 87. It's 87 in New England. He was the best, not just tight end, Caleb, the best offensive weapon in the NFL. Because Tom Brady told the Patriots, all I need is Rob Gronkowski and 3 white guys. And I'm good.
He still had Tom Brady throwing to him.
I know, but
Gonzalez had a bunch of
nobody.
Kansas City.
Yeah, what is it? Elvis Gerback. Yeah, Elvis Gerback, Trent Green.
Yeah.
Matt Castle. And then he finally got a quarterback in Matt Ryan. But the problem is
he was older.
Yeah, but the problem is he was also playing for the Falcons, and the Falcons were never going to be blessed with anything. They're a cursed franchise, the Falcons. Was he on the 28-3 team? Tony Gonzalez?
I think maybe that was his last year.
Maybe. Oh, what a horrible way to go.
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah. Also, that's why I'm not going to argue with people when they say Tony Gonzalez. But 87 was the truth. And that's what Patrick Mahomes is. They gave him Travis Kelce. It's like, we'll give you Travis Kelce and make it work. And he made it work. You know what I mean? That's what our Baltimore Ravens friends say. Just give Lamar a weapon. Like one weapon. That's a weapon. Not like, no offense to Rashard Bateman and Zay Flowers and drops, McDrops, Mark Andrews, but give Lamar one weapon. Give him like a Travis Kelce or a Tyreek Hill for like a year or a couple of years. They think it would unlock the Ravens, but we haven't seen that, so we'll know. But other news, I think bigger news than Brock Purdy. No offense to Brock Purdy. We're not Niners fans, so it's not our money. We don't care. But a bigger news is Albert Breer. Big story. NFL owners are set to vote on major changes to playoff seeding and tush-push ban. The NFL owners will vote next week to radically change playoff seeding, doing it strictly by record and reseeding after the first round and, tush-push, whatever, banning it, which I think is, just proves that you're a soft ass. But that's just
I
me.
don't think so. It should be
No, it's
It's a horrible play.
because it's because the Eagles. It's because if the Cowboys were doing it, you'd be saying, "Don't ban it, don't ban it." It's because the Eagles are doing it.
Yeah, because the Eagles don't deserve anything. They don't deserve
Exactly.
a goddamn thing.
You're not being.
I'm being
Not being
very
critical.
objective.
No, you're not being objective. Stop
Yes,
lying
I
to
am.
yourself. And it's perfectly fine for this program. You're not.
Scumbag
You're
franchise, and they don't deserve to have
exactly.
have
You're not being objective at all. You're throwing ad hominem attacks. But the bigger news is I don't care about the tush push. Whatever. This is the bigger news to me. The first tiebreaker for seeding will be winning your division. So if the two teams have the same record, the division winner gets the higher seed. And the
we can just break it down to the basic. I mean, it's just not going to allow the 8 and 9s to who win the division to have a home game.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
I agree with it.
It's the Minnesota problem. What happened last year, where Minnesota and the Lions were basically the 1 seed and the 5th seed, because if whoever lost becomes the 5th seed, that battle. I remember the year where the Saints went to Seattle when they were 7-9, but they lost to them though. If they were such a bad team, and they were but they were 7-9, so they lost multiple home games that season. They were 7-9.
They still had a home playoff game.
Yeah, but you're the Saints, and you were 11-5. You were way better than them. You have to
go on the road to the 12th man.
So Drew Brees couldn't do that, but Eli Manning could. But y'all tell me Eli Manning isn't better than Drew Brees?
They were so much better at home. In their dome, that would have been a much different game.
But you're 11-5 against a 7-9 team.
You should
still beat them on the road.
Yeah, but
I don't care.
But that's
you're making excuses for the 11-5 team.
It's a big difference.
No, it's not. You're 11-5, 7-9.
It doesn't matter. It's still
bro.
It's still in Seattle in a playoff game versus New Orleans.
I don't agree.
Huge difference.
They were 7-9, bro. They were 7-9, and you were 11-5, and you didn't win.
It doesn't.
It does matter. It does matter. No, it does. It does matter. I don't like the reseeding though. So each round they reseed it. That's bullshit. Each round they reseed it. So so the one gets the bye, 2 against it's.
Well, they do that anyways. They reseed.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They do that. So
they already reseed.
Because the lower seed gets
the lower seed always gets the higher seed.
Okay, what the hell is? Okay, you're right. The NFL does that.
Yeah, the NFL.
Who am I talking about? College doesn't do that, and basketball doesn't do that. Yeah, basketball is like a bracket.
NFL does do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do that. So what the hell is he talking about? They're reseeding. They always reseed. Yeah. It's just getting rid of automatic division winners. Yeah.
No, I mean you still get in the playoffs if you win the division.
But you don't get the home playoff game.
Which I agree with.
So basically, so they're saying divisions don't matter.
No, they do. They do matter. You get a playoff game.
You get a playoff game, but you don't get a home playoff game.
You don't get a home game, but you're in the playoffs. Yeah. If you're 8-9,
but if you're a division winner and you have the same record as a non-division, a division loser, you get the higher seed.
Well, that's just fair.
Okay. You know what? It doesn't matter to me, man. I just want good playoff games. I don't really care.
And it would have been a better playoff game, and if it was in New Orleans instead of Seattle.
Well, they're 7-9. You should have beat them on the road. I'm sorry. Too many people giving excuses to an 11-5 team. That's crazy. They're 11-5.
Already have 11-5 in their dome.
They didn't show up to bro. They were 11. There was. You know what happened the following week? The 7-9 team got blew out
because they were on the road.
Jay Cutler.
Because they were on the road.
They were 7-9. They lost multiple games.
If they were on the road.
Get out of here with your bullshit. That's bullshit. All right, let's talk about Hey man, we're here to talk about the nitty gritty. All right. I want a paper, a pen, so I can dot. I'm trying to get a pen. No, because we're gonna have 2 different ideas of records. Because I damn well know you're gonna.
We're not doing the record. We're just talking about the matchups. We're doing the record thing before the season.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about it.
Each matchup.
All right. Let's do each matchup, baby. All right. So the Cowboys matchup. Shout out to
Because we don't know. Like these quarterbacks can get hurt in minicamp or training camp.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know
But
what's going to happen from
shout
now
out to
till then.
SeatGeek. Also, this is by Sleeper, so shout out to them. Here are the matchups of the season. Right away, you start off with back-to-back NFC East. Let's group it by threes because it's 17 games, right? No, let's do fours. Let's do fours. The first 4 games, Caleb, you're opening the season. World champions, Philadelphia Eagles. That's an away game, so you're in Philly. Thursday night game. Then you go to Sunday at 12 p.m. What? 12 p.m. Yeah. Oh, this is Central. This is Central because it's Dallas. Duh, makes sense. So it's 12 p.m. Central because it's Dallas. You against the New York Giants, and then you go Sunday, the next week to Chicago, and then you host Green Bay. What do you think? The first 4 matchups. What do you think is going to happen? I think the Eagles. They lost a lot of defenders. They lost a lot, right? They lost Josh Sweat, Milton Williams. They got rid of Darius Slay. They got rid of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. But they already had drafted their replacements a year or 2 beforehand, right? Josh Sweat, they have Nolan Smith. Milton Williams, they have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Darius Slayton, they drafted 3 cornerback. They already had Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, so they replaced Darius Slayton. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, I don't know if they replaced him yet. So what do you think is going to happen in that Eagles game opening night?
Yeah, this is just the worst matchup for us to go on opening night against the Super Bowl champions when they're bringing out the trophy for them, celebrating that win. It's just the worst matchup we could have had for week 1. Much rather have the good old days of the Sunday night against the Giants.
We beat you a couple of times too, so let's not act like the good old days. We beat you. Yeah, we beat you at the opening of Jerry World.
That was one time. We had one win.
We also
beat one win.
No, you remember when Terrence Williams ran and didn't stop the clock? That's another win too. So get out of here.
Okay, sure, buddy.
Multiple wins.
I'm sure.
Whatever.
We most of the time we kicked the Giants' ass on Sunday night. That was the week ones that I remember. But we don't have that. We have the Super Bowl champs, and it's just the worst matchup because not only for all the other stuff outside of football, but on the field, we're going against A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith when we will not have our corners healthy for week 1. We just won't. We won't have Trayvon Diggs. We won't have our rookie Shimon Rebel. Both of them will not be ready for that game. So whoever will have Deron Bland, but whoever's on the other side is going to get toast. So it's just horrible timing to have that.
And your linebackers. Who do you have a linebacker to guard Dallas Goedert?
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. I'm sure the linebackers. We'll see during preseason and all that. Who comes out looking good. But as far just going by the secondary, whoever's on the other side is just going to get toast. We obviously don't know who the slot receiver is. Slot corner is either. So it's just gonna be a bad time for them.
Andrew Booth, here you come.
And especially you have a new coaching staff on both sides, offense and defense. Obviously, you have the offensive coordinator being the head coach now. But he's going to be the one calling the plays. And that's why I think there's a little more continuity on the offensive side of the ball. And I think the defense, usually, on beginning games, the defense are more up to date and they look better. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think because of the little bit of the continuity that the offense had with the same coordinator, I think the defense is going to look worse. Consider they have everything new. They have a lot of new parts. They have a whole new coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually going to be the ones that the offense is actually going to look better than the defense. And especially against this Philadelphia. We have no idea if we have this run defense fixed. No idea. Considering we didn't get a top defensive tackle in the draft or a top defensive one technique in free agency. So we have no idea if this
Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, that's not run. Who's he stopping?
Nobody. No, neither is Mozzie Smith. Well, the problem is Mozzie Smith, stops the run when the New York Giants show up. But that's here nor there. Which
Against Saquon Barkley week 1, it's just that's
it's just
bad.
bad. It's just bad. Plus,
everywhere you're running,
that offensive line, man, it's Landon Dickerson and Tyler Steen and Cam Jurgens. They're probably like Mozzie Smith. That's what you going. That's really.
Yeah, it's just terrible. It's terrible
matchup. Like no offense to Ochoa Dugizua. I know he got the big contract, but like the Landon Dickerson ain't scared of Osa Digizua. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like you're gonna get gashed, man. It's been your problem for the past 8 years.
It's been a while.
So we'll see, bro.
Yeah. So and even on the other side, it's a bad start for a rookie offensive lineman to go against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis on that side.
Moro Ojomo.
Yeah, it's just so it's not ideal for that rookie. It's bad all around. It's just not. I don't expect much from week 1, honestly, because it's just a bad matchup at the wrong time.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan. He says, I predict a 4-5 start before their bye. Maybe.
You're just a hater. Okay, we'll get on to the Giants. After we get, I don't expect us to get our ass kicked, but I don't expect much. But we'll bounce back because we got the Giants in week 2, and we're gonna kick the Giants' ass.
You say that, but Daniel Jones ain't starting. Okay, so you don't know.
Oh yeah,
you don't know. No, because let me tell you why. No, let me tell you. No, let me tell you. Hey, can you? Well, one, I've seen your boots and they're ugly, so you better be shaking in them boots. But let me tell you something, right?
I got complimented on my boots. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, that person was lying to you. Okay, let me tell you why. I've watched multiple Giants games against the Cowboys these past 3 years, where the Cowboys are basically telling the Giants, "Beat us, please beat us." But the problem is, we had Daniel Jones. The game against Thanksgiving.
We said, please beat us when we kicked your ass 3-0.
What are you talking? No, let me shut up. Let me tell you. Shut the hell up. Let me tell you. Literally on the Thursday night game where both teams play like shit. Remember that Thursday night game where we talked about where both teams play like shit? But the problem is Daniel Jones was my quarterback and you had Dak Prescott. That's why, and you barely beat us. It was like you literally. No, it was Caleb. Stop with your lying bullshit. Thursday night, literally both teams play like ass. Just the problem is one team had Daniel Jones and the other one didn't. Thanksgiving, the year we broke the most watched game ever record, that game, Dak Prescott literally gives us turnovers in great prime field position. Daniel Jones didn't know what the hell to do with it. I'm not saying Russell Wilson is gonna be Seattle Russell Wilson. All right. But anything's better than Daniel Jones. Okay.
It's gonna be better. It's just not gonna be enough.
But I'm just saying, if that happens, if Dallas does what I just said, like that Thursday night game or the Thanksgiving game where Dallas is basically turning over the ball and telling the Giants to take advantage of it, but the problem is the Giants couldn't because of Daniel Jones, I think Russell will take advantage of that. Because Dallas is prone, same thing with Dak Prescott, to do a turnover where you're like, why did they turn the ball over right there? Why did he throw a pick right there? Where was the miscommunication right there? I'm not saying it's a guaranteed victory for the Giants, but it's not a guaranteed victory for the Cowboys either. No, it's not.
Dak Prescott has not lost to this garbage ass team since 2016.
Because we had Daniel Jones.
You had Eli Manning too. You beat that
Daniel Jones was drafted in 20. I don't remember.
In 2019.
Eli Manning never beat him either?
No. Except in 2016. He beat him in 2016.
Oh, we beat him in 2016. There it is.
Yeah. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Never beat Dak Prescott.
Well, you know what? I have faith. All right.
Okay. Well, we'll move on.
Because you guys.
Moving on.
All right. Chicago. At Chicago. That's
early Chicago. That's a good time to play the Bears.
Because new coach, new system.
Yeah, it's a
they're
good time.
filling out kinks. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about that matchup where it's placed on the
Mm-hmm.
schedule. You don't want to play them late because it's snowy.
Brian
And
Christensen, Dallas goes 2-7 after their bye. Ooh.
oh, now you're just
I don't know, man. That could be a possibility because look at that post
no,
buy, man. Look at that.
no possibility.
Look at that post buy.
No
Look at it.
possibility.
It's a
Yeah,
gauntlet.
it's pretty
It's a
rough.
gauntlet.
Honestly. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
even.
pretty
I
rough.
can't,
It's
I can't
pretty
even.
rough.
It's pretty
Yeah, it's
rough.
pretty rough.
It's horrible.
It's pretty rough.
What do you expect? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. All right. So yeah, Chicago.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I expect us to do well in that one. I mean, like I
yeah.
said, I think it's the best time to play them. It may be on the road, but I think after we have some momentum after kicking the Giants' ass, so I like it.
All right. So, but then Green Bay comes home,
Yes.
comes to your house.
I mean, we just never do well against Green Bay. It
So
doesn't
you
matter.
could be 2-2 or 1-3.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that Green Bay matchup. That one's scary. We just don't play well against them
Mm-hmm.
ever, like ever. Doesn't matter who.
And they switch quarterbacks, so it's not an Aaron Rodgers thing. It's a
Yeah,
Rodgers thing.
we still get. Yeah, the last time we played
Yeah.
them, we got our ass kicked. So
Yeah.
not ideal
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Game ended by halftime. So
Uh,
yeah. All right. Now let's break it down to the next 4 games. We got Jets, Panthers, Washington, Denver. The Jets,
yeah,
I think you win.
yeah, the Jets don't. I mean, they have Justin Fields.
And Aaron Glenn, just like Chicago, the other Detroit Lions coordinator, but he's the defensive coordinator. So still probably filling out some kinks, maybe. What's the offense gonna look like with Justin? Justin does team up with his college wide receiver and Garrett Wilson. But I don't know. I think you guys beat New York.
Carolina was at home.
Carolina's at away, back-to-back away games. Back-to-back away games.
Might be trouble. It's back to
Yeah,
back.
because Carolina, man, they came on towards the end of the season
They
last
did.
year.
They
They
did.
almost beat Kansas City. They
It just
almost beat Philadelphia.
depends if Bryce Young keeps going or if he
Hmm.
just reverts back to what he was. It just really depends on what they look like. Honestly, could go either way on that one.
Yeah,
The Washington game,
at
that's
home. You're at
yeah,
home though.
I think that's the determining game. I think that's basically determines how the season is going to go. We could, like I said, could be up and down with those first few matchups, but
Hmm.
this game is probably going to tell. I mean, are we a good team or are we just a mediocre team? And I think that's the game we're really gonna know that. It's well into the season by then.
Hmm.
Against obviously the team that went to the NFC Championship game. So
Hmm.
it's a good measuring stick, and I think that's the game we're gonna know: are the Cowboys good or are they not?
Yes, yes. All right, then you end that 4-game stretch to at Denver. So at Denver. So you're going to Denver. Denver played very well last year. They could have made the playoffs last year, but they lost. They didn't win their last game. Even though I think Kansas City rested their players. I think I don't know. Did they? I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Okay, so yeah. So Sean Payton, Bo Nix. I'm not. It's not an easy matchup here.
That is
You
not.
know.
I mean,
No.
we always play
And
weird.
their defense, man. Their defense is pretty good.
I think they.
Patrick Surtain, CD Lamb matchup.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's just weird. It could be. I mean, it could be that Bo Nix has a sophomore slump, just like CJ Stroud did.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
so he may not.
CJ Stroud's sophomore slump was more of a he's gonna
That's why.
die. He's gonna die with that offensive line.
Yeah. So it just depends.
Yeah.
I like I said, it's a coin flip to me. Um, Against Arizona, um, we never played well against the Cardinals. I mean we have a long streak of losing to them.
Yeah.
Whatever reason. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're
You know what I call it? The curse of Emmitt Smith. Yep. Ryan, don't feel bad. He meant feel. Don't feel bad, Caleb. I gave you 3 more wins than the Giants. Oh, screw you, Ryan.
But yeah, that Cardinals game. I mean, like I
Monday
said,
night. It's Monday night too.
Monday night too. I've been to like I said, I've been to like 2 Cardinals games. We didn't win them.
In Arizona, right?
Yeah, I was in Arizona. Did
Which is
not win.
basically a home game, is what you like calling it. It's a home game.
It It was a
You
home
think
game.
the Cardinals get pissed off when you guys come in like did they take over? Like what the hell? And they take
Probably, but then they win the game, so they're not pissed off anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's always a tough matchup every single time we play them because we never goddamn win that game.
Yeah. Then it's a bye.
Yep.
It's a bye.
Goodbye to have that right in the middle of the season, right after
Yeah.
play 9 games. We
Mhm.
have 8 games left to go. Yeah, it's perfect bye. Love the bye.
Yeah.
Where the bye is at.
But then you come back. Monday night, in basically another home game against the Raiders.
No, it's not the home game in Vegas
Yeah, that's why I said it's basically another home game.
for me.
Yeah, for literally anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody
I'll
who
be at that game.
plays.
By the way,
Anybody who plays Vegas is basically like another home game.
I
You know
will
what
be
mean?
at that game.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll be.
watching live.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
well, good for you. You and Leo,
Well,
or just
if you
you?
can afford tickets. I mean,
Huh?
if you can afford the ticket.
Oh, damn! You're not gonna take your dad. That's crazy. But yeah, you're coming out. You're playing them on back-to-back Monday nights, in the middle of the buys. Back-to-back Monday nights.
But going against the Raiders on Monday night,
You should win.
at least
You should win
at least we had the bye, which extends even more time
because of the
going
Monday
into that.
night. Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I like that
better be a
matchup.
victory. It better be a victory.
Yeah, the Cowboys will have all the Vegas Cowboy fans
Mhm.
here cheering them on. So yeah, I think that's a really good time to play them.
All right, then. All right, so then back-to-back home games: Eagles, Chiefs.
Yeah, this is when the schedule
Yeah, and then this is where it gets. This is where the
horrible.
gauntlet. This is where the
This is
gauntlet
horrible.
starts.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah, we play the Chiefs, the Eagles again. I think this is where we get our get back against the Eagles.
Mhm.
After losing, yeah, like I said, I don't think we're gonna win that game on the first week, but
Yeah.
I think that we get our get back, and then that Chiefs game.
On a short
I mean-
week. On a short week. That's the problem. On a short week.
I mean, if you're gonna play the Chiefs, and it's on a short week, we're gonna be at home. I think we're gonna be at home on Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
we're
This
gonna be
no.
Oh, it's on the road.
It's November. This is Thanksgiving.
Oh, on Thanksgiving, yeah. I got
Thanksgiving.
Christmas. On Thanksgiving, yeah. So it's at home. It's on Thanksgiving. I mean, it's better than any other week you're gonna play the Chiefs. If you have to play the Chiefs, I mean, these are the best circumstances you're gonna get.
Yeah. I don't think you win though.
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I don't think you win. Because let's say you beat the Eagles, you're gonna be on it. You're gonna fall crash on a short week. It's pretty bad. But then Thursday night again
Yeah,
on December, but you're at Detroit.
at Detroit.
Detroit. At this
Yeah.
point, we should know what Detroit is because Detroit did lose both coordinators. You know what I mean? So we'll see if the people they hired to replace both of those coordinators have filled in their roles. Because I remember the year following the Eagles losing Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichman the following year, the coordinators did not pan out, and they both got fired the following year. So we'll see if you may beat Detroit here. You may beat Detroit because
Yeah.
they, you know what I mean, because of coaching, not because of players. Because I think Detroit probably has a little bit more talent than you. But the problem is sometimes talent outweighs coaching, and they're just talent. They're just better than you talent wise, and it's prime time. So I don't know, man. We got to know what Detroit's schedule is. Is Detroit on a short week? You know what I mean? You're not on a short week because you're going Thursday to Thursday, so it's a full week. So if Detroit's on a short week at home, but is Detroit? Were they at home the previous week or are they on the road the previous week? It depends.
Well, they
But
have
if
the Thanksgiving. They have a week too because they're on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, they're always on Thanksgiving. Duh, I'm so stupid. Oh yeah, no, you're losing. No, you're losing.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you're losing.
I don't think we're losing. We're not losing the Lions.
Okay, these aren't the Lions of 2008. All right, let's not.
Okay, we beat them 2 years ago.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't know that. Okay, good for you. Oh yeah, didn't you guys blow them out like 40-0?
No, we didn't blow them out. We won because CD Lamb had like a 90-something yard reception.
Oh no, that was Minnesota. You blew out Minnesota 40-0. I remember that. And then the following week you lost, which everyone was like, "What the hell just happened?" And you're like, "Oh, it's the Dallas Cowboys, guys." But then back-to-back home games, Minnesota and San Diego. or
We just don't know
Chargers.
what JJ McCarthy is.
Yeah, we should know by this
Yeah,
week.
but
We
right
should
now,
know.
as far as predicting
Yes.
wise of how it's going to go, we have no idea. I don't know if he's good
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, exactly. Because let's say he pans out, we may say this is a loss. But if he doesn't pan out, we say this is a win.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know. We don't know. And it's not like,
That's why we're doing the win loss right before the season, because I think we'll have a decent idea after preseason what
Ryan,
he's
after
like.
13 weeks in, I hope Detroit has their coaching staff figured out. Exactly. But sometimes they don't. Like I said, like the Eagles, the following year after they lost Gannon and Steichman, it wasn't figured out. And then at the end of the
It looked
season,
like it was figured out because they went like undefeated, like 10 in a row, and then they completely fell off.
when? The following year after Gannon?
After they went to the Super Bowl?
They won 10 in a row?
Yeah, when they lost the Super Bowl in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2024?
No, in 2023 season.
That was the year
They
they
went to
made
the Super Bowl in 2022. The
Okay.
next year in 2023, they won like 10 straight or something. They looked like the best team, and they completely fell off.
Yeah.
Fell off the map. Yeah.
Yeah, because their defensive coordinator was Sean Desai, and I don't remember who their offensive coordinator was, but I know Desai and their offensive coordinator got fired and replaced by Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio.
Yeah, that was in 2024.
Yes, there it is. Who was their offensive coordinator? I don't know. So we'll see. The Chargers.
Chargers.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what you.
I think it'll be the Chargers.
Huh?
I think it'll be the Chargers.
Yeah, maybe. You don't know, man. Justin Herbert.
It'll be tough.
Justin Herbert, man.
It'll be a tough, hard-nosed game where they run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we have a run defense fix because we got to be ready for that. But I think we're just more talented than Chargers.
Yeah, they have no receivers besides Ladd McConkey. Who I don't even know who their starting tight end is. So I don't even know. Shout out to Brennan. Hello there. Hello, Brennan. Then Christmas Day, Washington.
Playing on all the holidays.
Yeah, Washington on the road though. I don't think you win this game. On a short week, Thursday.
We're not going to get swept by them.
No, I know. That's why you beat them at home. I think you beat them at home. I think they beat you at their house.
On Thursday.
Yeah, on a short week.
It's on Thursday.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. And then we finish off with the New York Giants, and it just depends.
On the road.
So
it depends on if the Giants are 2-2 whatever, But if the Giants,
if we're garbage too, then who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
If we're really good, then we sit people. If we're already in the playoffs, whether it's a wild card and like we can't move any spots up, we'll rest guys. So it really that's up in the air.
Yeah, it's up in there because last week, we gotta know the implications of that week,
Yeah.
But it is what it is. All right.
He still have his message.
What message?
So I have his message up.
What message is up?
Hello.
I took it off.
Oh, it's off.
Okay. All right. We didn't do the
overall, four Thursday night games is crazy. That's never happened before. I don't think anybody's had more than 2 Thursday night games.
Yeah, well, technically you don't count the first one because that's opening night.
It's still Thursday night.
Yeah, I know, but you've had an entire offseason to prepare. You've had enough rest.
It's still Thursday night.
I know, but the other Thursday nights are different because some of them are on short rest, right? So like that one you've had 7 months to prepare for it.
Thursday.
The Thursday back to back, that's an entire week. So November 27th to December 4th, that's 1 week. So it's basically a Sunday to Sunday. So those are not regular Thursday night games.
Only Thursday night because the Thursday before the first the first.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying. So the second Thursday game against Detroit is not a regular Thursday night game. So that's not a regular one, and opening night's not a regular one. But the Kansas City, Washington ones, those are the regular Thursday night games. Those are regular Thursday night games.
It's still 4 Thursday night games.
Yeah, I know, but 2 of them don't really count.
They do count. They're
No,
Thursday.
no,
They
but I
happen
know,
on Thursday.
I know what you mean by fourth. I know what you mean. Everyone knows what you mean,
4
but it's not the same. Use context. The first Thursday night game, you have literally months to prepare for.
Yeah,
Then you have a break.
It's still less time than everybody else. It's still less time than everybody else.
What's the difference between 3 more days?
So you get 3 more days to prepare for your week 1 matchup.
You're just fucking complaining. You're
How
complaining.
is that complaining?
No, this is
It's
bullshit out of you. This is bullshit.
games.
I expected better from you, but then you are a Cowboys fan. So you're a Cowboys fan, so I just shouldn't have expected much.
It's 4 Thursday games. What are you talking about?
You know 2 of them aren't like regular Thursday night games. So stop complaining.
Do they happen on Thursday? Do they happen on Thursday?
You know what I mean?
Do they happen on Thursday?
You know what I mean?
Miss
me with your semantics bullshit.
I want you to answer. Do they happen on Thursday?
They happen on Thursday, but they're not regular NFL Thursday night games, and you know it. Enough with your semantics bullshit.
It's not semantics. They literally happen on Thursday.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
On Thursday.
Caleb, you're not right. You're not right.
I am right.
No, you're not. That December 4th Thursday night game, you have a full week. A full week. That's you have a full week.
We could add 10 days.
You have a full week.
We could add 10 days after.
A full week. So you're fine.
It's
all right.
Thursday games.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the other team that we talk about, the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants, and their schedule. Let's move that up. Move that up. Thank you. Move that to the side. Let's move it right here. It's perfect. All right. All right. The New York Giants game. Can you see it, Caleb?
Not really.
Yeah, no, it's because it's covering your face because I don't want to see it no more because you're an idiot. All right, let's move over here. I'm messing with you. Yeah, whatever. But okay, let's talk about it. The New York Giants. I believe the red is away, the blue's home. All right. So just like you, we open with
like Commanders.
Yeah, we back to back. So this is where it is, man. This is where it is.
Oh my God! There's 3 in a row. 4.
It's a pretty horrible opening stretch.
Ugh.
But here it is, right? For years, I kept telling myself, Caleb, Daniel Jones can do one thing and one thing only. He can do one thing and one thing only, and it's beat the Washington Commanders. I would always write in at least 2 wins a year. So he at least beats the Washington Commanders. He's 5-3-1. Boom. But the problem is, then the Washington Commanders got a quarterback that's pretty damn good. And then this offseason, they got their left tackle of the future. I call what they did with Laramie Tunsil. It's what San Francisco did with Trent Williams, which is funny enough because the GM in Washington was the assistant GM in San Francisco. Adam Peters is when they got Trent Williams from Washington. This is how they got Laramie Tunsil from Houston. Took him out of that horrible situation in Houston, and now he's being a left tackle for another great young quarterback. I don't know why Houston got rid of him, because they need all the offensive line help they need. So this is where it's going to be, man. If Russell Wilson can go toe-to-toe with Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he can.
He definitely can.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but we'll see, man. We weren't out of the Commanders games last year. We lost both of them, but we didn't get blown out. We kept it close. I literally, man, every year this opening night game, it sets the tone for the season. Everyone was so hyped post that season we made the playoffs. Everyone was so hyped the following year. And then Cowboys beat us 40-0. The Dallas Cowboys beat the living snot. The 2-13. Shut the hell up, Ryan. Shut the hell up. 2-13, my ass.
That's pretty accurate.
No, it's not accurate whatsoever. 2-13. Before the bye week, he had 2-13. He thinks that we're only gonna have 2 wins, bro. Like, bro, the Packers, the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, look at the schedule. Look at the schedule. I mean,
well, let's break it down.
The wins.
I'm gonna find the wins. I'm gonna find the wins for you.
Where? I don't see
I'm gonna find you the wins. I'm gonna find you the wins. Okay. I think we go 0-3 in the first 3 games.
There's no way you could be. You're going 0-4. Why? How?
No. Let me tell you why we beat the Chargers.
Why you beat the Chargers?
Because the West Coast cross country team that always goes East Coast, more often than not, always lose. They have a hard time going east. So I think we beat the Chargers. I mean,
your best thing is your pass rush, and their best thing is their offensive line. I mean,
says who?
What do you mean says who? Their best thing is their offensive line.
In other guards?
Their tackles.
Okay, but their guards aren't that good.
You're getting your pass rush off the edge.
Hey, what's up, Leo? Yeah, but Dexter Lawrence exists, so it's fine. I think we beat the
run right at him.
We have Darius Alexander now and Chauncey Golston. It's gonna help him. You know? But I think we beat the Chargers and the Saints.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, the Saints, you have a possibility there.
I think we beat the Chargers and the Saints.
I don't think so.
The Saints?
I mean, you have a possibility.
I think we go 2-3 in the first 5 games. Then we lose the next 3 games.
Eagles.
Because it's Eagles. Yeah, it's Eagles.
That's horrible. Why would you play the Eagles 2 times in 3 weeks?
I don't know why. I don't know why they did this, bro. Apparently this is the hardest schedule in the NFL. This is the hardest schedule in the NFL. Based on
Eagles 2 times in 3 weeks. That's
why? What's up with that, dog? Like that's messed up. So we go 0-3. So we're at 2-6 right now. Because going to Denver's hard. You know, winning in Denver's hard. People think it's easy. It's not.
It's definitely hard.
It's hard. You know what I mean? They're like I said, bro, they're 5,000 miles above sea level. Certain players can't play there. Shout out to, I'm not shout out to Ryan Clark, but ask Ryan Clark. He's literally not allowed to play there. He's not. Because if he does, he dies. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to win in Kansas in Denver. But it's in the Eagles, bro. The Eagles just have us. They have us mentally with Saquon Barkley. They're just a better team. Their offensive line is just great. They're gonna beat us. And with them, unlike the Chargers, which I don't even know who their guard or their center is. I know who the guard or center is for the Eagles. You know what? I can't disrespect the Chargers. I need to find out who their guards and their centers are, because I can't be disrespectful.
They have a pretty good offensive line.
Just because some guy on ESPN told you, or do you actually know them?
They ran the ball really well, even though they didn't have very good running backs.
All right, their offensive line. It's Bradley Bozeman, Zion Johnson, and Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is a very good guard. He is a very good guard. After that's bad. Yeah, I think we may lose to the Chargers. Shoot, we may lose to the Chargers with that off. Yeah, because the tackles, they have Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, which are very good tackles.
Yeah, great tackle. Like I said, your best thing is your pass rush, and if you can't get your pass rush off, I mean, he's gonna have his time to pick apart.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, are we gonna be 1-6?
I mean, depends how good the 49ers are. I mean, who knows?
Also, too, but the thing is, no, but this is the NFL, though, dog. This is the NFL, and sometimes teams take weeks off, and the Chargers, like I said, that West Coast East Coast thing, it hurts. It's a thing. People talk about it all the time. We may beat the Chargers, and we may beat them.
Jim Harbaugh's not losing to the Giants.
Well, Jim Harbaugh loses to a lot of teams he shouldn't lose to. You know what I mean? So let's not act like Jim Harbaugh is impenetrable. Okay? Did they make the playoffs last year?
Yes.
The Chargers made the playoffs last year?
Yes.
Damn. Oh, they got blew out, didn't they?
They got beat by the Texans.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't remember them. They lost to the Texans. Losers. It doesn't matter. But I think early on, we may beat the Chargers. Okay, I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna go 2-6. 2-6. I'm gonna give us 2-6. But same thing with the Niners. West Coast cross country. West Coast.
I just don't know how good the Niners are gonna be.
Yeah, because Brandon Ayuk is injured. Trent Williams is old. That offensive line is always suspect somehow. Brock Purdy's Brock Purdy. CMC.
They did all their work in the offseason on the defense, replacing guys.
Yeah, they lost a lot of defenders. They drafted a lot. I think the first 5 picks in the draft were all defense. Yeah. All defense. So Robert Saleh's back. So how was that offense going to be, man? But the thing is, with the running backs with the Niners, because CMC, how healthy is he going to be? But the problem is though with that is running backs kind of don't matter with Kyle Shanahan, because you give him a random running back, he'll give you 100 yards. Jordan Mason, but they got rid of Jordan Mason. They sent him to,
and he's getting injuries.
Yeah. So CMC with his calves. So they have Isaac Garundolo and Jordan James behind him. So we'll see how healthy he is. Could this be a low scoring game? Like 17-12 or 14-10? Maybe. But they do have George Kittle. But again, that West Coast to East Coast trek, that's a thing. NFL people talk about it. It's a thing. And it's week 9. You've already played 8 weeks of football. And historically, the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers, prior to the Thursday night game that I watched, they were 21-21, Caleb, all time. Dead even. So, but now they're 22-21 Niners. I think the Giants get it back to 22-22.
How many losses does it take to put in Jackson Dart?
It's a Thursday night game that what's up, Reg? Sorry, 3 wins. Shut up. I hate Ryan. Shut up, Ryan.
Against the Eagles?
No.
There's no way. So where does he start? Does he start against the Broncos?
Patriots, week 13.
All the way till then?
Yeah, Patriots week 13. Because Bears, Packers, you're not putting them against the Niners defense, the Eagles defense. You're just not. Broncos defense, you're not. You're just not.
Why not? What's wrong with the Bears? Why not start
Bears have a good defense. They have a good defense, not a great defense. They have a good defense. They have some good players. But most of their good players are corners, like Jalen Johnson. But I don't know. But here's the thing, Caleb. What if we beat Commanders week 1?
He still has a time limit.
Yeah, I think the Patriots Monday night is when they bring him in, because it's Monday night, so you get a longer.
Goes on a streak of being the Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs. Just goes on a streak, then that gets a lot longer.
Let's say if we're 6-2 instead of 2-6.
I would say every win extends Russell Wilson's life.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. What Russell Wilson we're getting? That's the thing. Can he turn back the clock for 1 year? Maybe. Did he just not like Pittsburgh? Because we know in Denver
either.
Huh?
Wasn't that good in Denver either.
Yeah. Then he completely fell. Well, was it him or was it Nathan Hackett?
Well, I mean, he was just okay with Sean Payton.
Is it because Sean Payton didn't want him, and he tried to make sure to minimize him as much as possible, and because he didn't want him anymore, and he made sure.
You're already old. I mean, he's old, and
yeah, but Tom Brady played very well till he was 40.
Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, nowhere near Tom Brady.
New medicine, new tracks.
I'm just saying in talent. If your talent is going down,
no, because his
Brady's talent was going down from way the hell up here, and it was going down slowly.
And then he became like an average quarterback at 44.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Wilson's talent was down here.
With this schedule, man, like
is going
we're not winning the Eagles stretch. Those are 3 losses. I just don't believe we're winning those 3 games. I just don't believe. So that's 3 losses right off the bat. We should beat the Saints. I guarantee you, Caleb. So let's say, hypothetical situation, we lose to the Saints that week.
I wouldn't be surprised if you lose to them, though.
I'm saying, okay, but if we do, like if we do, everyone's fired. You fire everybody. Everybody's fired. Everyone's fired. Everyone's fired. You fire Brian Daboll. You fire Joe Shane. You fire Mike Kafka. Shane Bowen. You fire everybody. Everyone's fired.
Well, that's when they start Jack and Tark. Then you don't get fired.
No. Because the first 4 games set the tone, right? Because you're also playing the Chiefs early on. This is where you kind of want to play the Chiefs because they're still working out kinks.
Sunday Night Football. Ugh.
Still working out kinks, and you're kind of like, and the Chiefs are like, yeah, it's early on in the season. Do I care? They could be 2-2. If the Chiefs, because the Chiefs, they do that. They don't take teams seriously early on in the season, and you can get them. It happens all the time. That happens to the Chiefs all the time. So we could be 2-2. If we're 2-2, Russell Wilson's still starting. And let's say we beat the Commanders, like I said, we're 3-1 because we lose to the Cowboys. I think.
You're just not gonna do that.
I'm just saying, but I'm giving you reasons though. I don't know yet. We're not doing score. We're not doing record predictions yet.
Not doing record.
Yeah, because we don't know what's happening the week of the game. Like what if we go into Cowboys and we end up finding out that Dak Prescott broke his ankle and he's done? We're beating them. We're beating you guys. We're beating you guys. I'm sorry. It's just happening. But if he's fully healthy, it's not happening. It's just not happening. Exactly. You know what I mean? So let's say, because the Chiefs, come on, man. They don't take the early part of the season seriously. They're like, yeah, 3 and yeah, I know it's still the Chiefs, but you can get them. You can get them.
Not the Giants.
You're right. Okay. But I generally, the Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, that's 0-3. That's 0-3, bro. The Eagles just own us mentally. You know what I mean? Even when the Eagles suck, they somehow always ruin something for us. You know what I mean? And they're great. We're going to Denver.
Yeah.
Who's Dallas's backup? Joe Milton III.
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah. Again. So then we go to Bears, Packers, Lions, Patriots.
Bears, you can get the Bears. You can get the pass rush. We've seen how bad Caleb Williams does under pressure.
Yes.
Not good at all.
Yes.
So I think you can get them.
I think we can get the Packers too.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
We beat him with Tommy DeVito, dog.
I mean, yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. If we can beat him with Tommy DeVito, we can beat him with Russell Wilson.
I don't know.
Or Jameis Winston.
I don't know.
Oh, the Giants not beating Joe Milton? The fuck are you talking about right now? That's how I know you never watched Joe Milton play football. This is how I know these people have never. Joe Milton sucks.
Joe Milton won the game last year. What are you talking about?
What game? You mean the last
game
year
against the Bills? Yeah, he won that game.
Oh, you mean the game where the Bills didn't play nobody?
How does he suck if he won a game?
Watch him at Tennessee, bro. He stink.
How? How does he stink? But he won a game.
Nah, bro. He throws the ball. He throws the ball 80 yards, and people thought, "Ooh, he's pretty good."
He won the game, did he not? He won the game, right?
All right, okay, fine. If he starts games against teams that actually take the game seriously, we'll see. We'll see it.
Giants.
He's not gonna beat the Giants. You don't know that.
The Giants are basically the backup Bills.
That's not true.
I mean, pretty much.
No, it's not.
Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The Bills have something we don't have.
What?
Josh Allen.
I'm saying the backup Bills.
And Sean McDermott.
The backup Bills.
He's a better coach. I think we beat the Patriots.
I mean,
we should beat the Patriots.
Pretty good. I mean, Patriots might surprise people. I mean, Mike Vrabel made a quick impact when he was first starting with the Titans.
That's true. He did. We definitely losing to the Lions. Like the Lions, man. There's too much talent. Just too much talent. And then we get the bye week. So I think
it's a late bye.
Yeah, depending on what happens, the Patriots week is the week we see Jackson Dart, and then we give them the week to prepare for Washington, and then the last 4.
Commanders.
Depending on what the Commanders do us week 1, it's what's gonna do they whoop our ass? Do we whoop them? We don't. You know what I mean? But it's at home. We went 0-8 at home last year, dog. We didn't win a single home game. How?
Because you guys suck. Yeah.
I know, but you're supposed to.
You're a terrible team.
But even terrible teams get like 1 win at home.
Not really.
Jacksonville used to win 1 or 2 games at home every year. all our wins were on the road, which I was like, what? It's crazy. We better beat the Raiders.
Why? They have Geno Smith now.
Oh, yeah, and I keep forgetting, bro. They have
Why would you beat the
Geno.
Raiders?
Yeah, it's true. And it's an away game. Raiders, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, he's a pretty good
They got
coach.
Ashton Jetty now.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, bro. There's a chance we don't even win 3 games.
That's what we said. That's literally what everybody in the chat said.
There's a chance. But there's
like
a chance
2 games
that are guaranteed victories.
And I don't even think they're getting 2 because I think you either get the Saints or you get the Niners. I don't think you get both.
What's the chance we get both?
I don't think you get both. And then I think you get the you get the Bears, and that's pretty much it. I think you can win like 2 games.
That's crazy, dog. This schedule is outrageous. How do they do it? Why do they do us like this? That's wild.
When we play, it's the rotation.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait to get another rotation because this is outrageous. Just absolutely, absolutely outrageous. But oh my God, yeah, man. Because
see, you didn't find many wins, did you? You went looking, you didn't find none.
Not bona fide. Chiefs is a loss. Cowboys could be a loss.
Honestly, it just depends how good Russell Wilson is. If he goes out, looks pretty damn good, then okay.
Yeah.
Or Dart, plays well, surprises people.
Mm-hmm.
We've obviously seen the rookie quarterbacks recently do pretty damn well coming right in.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's always a chance. I just don't expect it.
Yeah, because last year Bo Nix had a great year. Jaden Daniels had a great year. Caleb was up and down. Drake May was up and down. Who else? Michael Penix didn't play for most of the year. So we actually technically haven't seen Michael Penix play a full season. We haven't seen Michael Penix play football in the NFL. We really kind of haven't. That was the great game they had against the Commanders and the Falcons that went to overtime. That was pretty good. He played very well. Yeah. They played very well in that game. But we actually haven't seen a full year sample size of Michael Penix. So, and JJ McCarthy didn't play at all last year. So, 2 out of the 6 had, you can say, good to great seasons. 2 out of the 6, if you can think about it. Because Caleb, Drake, Michael, and JJ. JJ's incomplete. Michael's incomplete. Drake and Caleb up and down. And Bo and Jaden, good to great seasons. One made the playoffs. Other almost made the playoffs. One was tremendous all year, and Jaden Daniels won them multiple games. So, yeah. But this year...
And honestly, their success relies upon that crappy offensive line that you keep saying is good. But, I don't...
The guards are not very good. I don't say that. I never said the full offensive line is very good. I say the tackles are good. The guards aren't very good. Guards and center are not very good. I've never said the guards and centers are good. I said the tackles are. The guards and the centers aren't. Tackles, yes. Guard centers, no. We drafted a 26-year-old center. That should have been the red flag right there. You know what I mean?
Well, when Russell Wilson is running for his life, I think he'll think differently.
Reg thinks we take the Raiders because they don't have any wide receivers. Do they have any wide receivers? Who are the wide receivers?
Not any good ones.
I think don't they have Jacoby Myers? I know that.
That's it.
They have Brock.
That's Brock, the receiver. Brock Powers is the receiver.
Literally it. That's literally it. So yeah. But on that note, everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us, for helping us break down the schedule. We did record predictions, but we kind of didn't as well because we don't know. We don't know what the season's gonna.
We'll do it again. We'll go win-loss right before the season.
Yeah, because we'll know more information, and then we'll know it's gonna change throughout the year. It's gonna change throughout the year. That's their top receiver. Absolutely. He's Brock Bowers is basically Rob Gronkowski, where he's the number one option. Travis Kelce, he's the number one option. He just plays tight end. It happens all the time because he's George Kittle. You're trying to take advantage of this in the middle of the field, the seam. So yeah, we'll see how it is. But on that note, everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a appreciate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. But on that note, everyone, Caleb, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me at NFLK22 on Instagram and Twitter /X. And you can find me at the Raiders Cowboys game on Monday Night Football.
Yep. My name is Ferris Milano, guys. You can find me at Ferris Milano on Twitter. You can find me every Friday right over here, guys. Good friends, better us talking in it. Cowboys, Giants. Sundays, 6 p.m. The open table. We usually do that, but we're going on a little hiatus right now because Adelia is on vacation. So shout out to Adelia. I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you are. Drinking Mai Tais on the beach. It's not true.
Mai Tais.
Huh?
I don't think she drinks Mai Tais.
No, and she probably doesn't go on the beach because the sun will probably eviscerate her. But put on some sunscreen. The Rewatchers Council. An episode dropped today. We went live. Yesterday was the Buffy episode. Today was the Angel episode. It just dropped it dropped 3:00 on our entertainment channel. Me and Rob talked Angel. We may have some problems arise for our Iron Man 2 show for tomorrow. We may not be Saturday, maybe Sunday. We're still figuring it out. But on that note, so make sure to look out for that. But on that note, everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a wonderful time, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.